So what I'm going to demonstrate now is the buttonhole bar stitch, another 3D stitch. So what we'll do to start with is create 2 bar stitches here. So I'm just doing 1 long stitch there. I don't want it too tight against the fabric. To just give it that little bit more strength, what I may do is just come up just above it and then take the thread through to the other side. If you want this to be really 3D, you could almost create quite a big loop so that it can sort of move around more. You could also do it over the top of clusters of French knots or something to create this sort of 3D bridge over some of your stitches. But that's our first point, is just creating these 2 long stitches here. Tie that off. What I'll do is I'll demonstrate the buttonhole stitch over it in another color, but you might want to keep it the same color, and in which case you'll just come up below that those 2 stitches there to get started. Okay, so I'm just going to come up below and begin. So we're actually doing a buttonhole stitch, but it's only through the loops, not through the fabric. So I've come up, I'm going to take the needle under those stitches and loop my thread under and pull it over to the left, and then under, loop my thread round, those of you that have done Scotch darning before, it's not too dissimilar from that. So you just fill all of that bar that you've created with this buttonhole stitch, taking it behind and hooking your thread under until you get back to the beginning, and then you'll have this sort of 3D bridge loop, if you like. Again, if you don't want it to stick out quite that much, you could always do your bar a little bit tighter or even more looped if you wanted to. So the edge looks quite similar to the drizzle stitch that's got that cast on sort of edge. So this one's held either end, and you just sewing this on separately to the bar, and this one's free at the end there, your drizzle stitch. So you just keep going like that until you get all the way to the end, and then you just anchor it behind there, and that's your blanket bar stitch.